What's up, man? It's your boy, man. Catting off the boss, man. Walter, if you might know me as Walter. You know, I ain't scared of none of that shit. I'm down. You know what I'm saying, me, nigga? Community revolutionary, man. Anyway, what's going on, guys? It's early morning, or early day. Let's try to use different words. Early day, 2026, February. You know, end of February here. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. Starting it off. I just wanted to touch bases, man. Getting back into the content and just giving out information, man. Holla at your boy. And I was just like telling myself, you know what? I'm finna just speak everything into existence. Everything I want to do, I'm just gonna speak it into existence. So be looking for those performances at the Turkey Bowl 2026. Those performances gonna be, I'm gonna say, Play, Dub Fuego, Dinner. Who else over there? Anybody that's, you know what I'm saying, I want them up there. They're going to be up there. Fuck it, I'm speaking into fruition. It's going to be a big bash. I know niggas is like, man, the Turkey Bowl this, the Turkey Bowl that. Understand, the Turkey Bowl is a platform for us, man. It's not necessarily celebrating Thanksgiving, which I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. I don't celebrate any European holidays. I don't recognize any European knowledge whatsoever. That means the day, the calendar, the month, any of that shit, the holidays. I don't believe in none of that. I don't believe in none of that. But we definitely represent the Turkey Bowl because it's deeper than just, hey, you know, oh, nigga, we from the hood, this and that. And just to let you know, that hood shit and community shit, when I'm saying community, I mean our community as a whole, not this section of group of people that, you know, do certain things. You know what I mean? Want to ask me about that? There's been a lot of talk about that side of the community because it's not 100 anymore, or, you know, anyway. So if you want to talk about that with me, we can do that. That's on a whole nother thing. But for the community, when I'm talking about, when I say community, I mean kids, mom, dad, family, the culture, you know, education, information, resources. That's what I'm talking about when I speak about the community. Let's build and create for the young ones and leave it behind. And I stress the Turkey Bowl because, like I said, it's the platform that we have, and we do have other platforms, like I said, but that might be given, you know, that might be to, you know, the other side of things that, you know, people do in the community. So, you know, we recognize all of it and respect all of it, you know, because all of it is us. You know what I mean? I think that we need to be more organized, be more strict, be more, you know, thorough, you know, be more solid. You know what I mean? Because I think what happened is that, you know, we seen the hardest nigga snitch on the hardest nigga, and then in my mind, like, damn, we don't want them hard niggas because that right there we don't do, right? We're not doing that. We're not doing that. What we do, we will let a motherfucker know, like, hey, no, and we will, like I say, follow the penitentiary rules apply. That's what I do. It helps me, so that's what I try to, you know, I make sure people know, like, it's a good structure mechanism to keep you in line. For those of us who've been to the pen or to the feds, they're all rules and regulations, right? And it kind of helped us, right, when we got out, it transitioned into like, hey, you know, we couldn't do certain things anyway with the civilians or people outside of the prison, people that have never been in prison, because they don't understand that. They don't understand, like, hey, you talking to me like this, you know, or like that. But then we also have to hold ourselves back from acting out because they doing things that we're not really with, you know. So the transition is pretty tough. Like, so on one hand, you got these rules and regs you want to follow and keep you in line, more than value. But on the other hand, you got to keep yourself in check because, like I said, not everybody's going to follow these penitentiary rules. Not everybody understand what we're talking about. Not even the niggas from prison. Sometimes, I get a lot of flack because of that. Like, oh, nigga, the prison is really, like, no, nigga, it's really going to help you understand the outside world, right? Because these rules, and we can just go over the rules. Penitentiary rules apply. When I say this, hey, mandatory rec, right? What does that mean? Hey, go out there, see what's going on, get your face out there on the yard, you know, and see what's going on. Make sure everything copacetic with your people. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that you're saying, you know, seeing what's up with your people out here, how you related to out here. Hey, go out and see what's up with your people. Call your people, your mom, your dad, your sisters and cousins. You know, talk to them, see what's going on, make sure you put out some fires. you know, make sure you're building up your community and your family, you know, and yourself. It helps you to be more strong with your people. You're communicating effectively with your people. You go out there, you know, that's called mandatory. Mandatory rec. Communicate effectively. Go out there and see your people, you know, see who's on your list. You know, make sure that the squad is okay. You know, what other rules? You know what I'm saying? Another one is the mandatory workout. Why is that so mandatory? Well, you got to stay ready, man. And not only to stay ready, but when you look good, you feel good, baby. You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest. When you know what I'm saying, if you're overweight, if you're not yourself, if you're drinking and smoking and, you know, not really taking care of yourself, your health conditions fall. You know, you get into these health conditions. And remember, nigga, once you done, like once your body's bad and you're going through this, nigga, ain't not too many people gonna help you if you're sick. You know what I'm saying? This is why we need to be more together with the fam and the community, because we need to help each other when we ill, when we sick. We need that tribe and love come back. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, make sure you mandatory take your ass a shower. Mandatory. Wash your ass. What does that do? Well, it keeps you disciplined with making sure your body is clean. Now, you don't have to take a, you know, you don't have to be super, you know, you got to be cleaned up. You know what I'm saying? You got to clean your ass, wash your teeth, brush your face. Wash your face, brush your teeth. You know, have some respect, nigga. Don't be all in the nigga face stinking like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Brush your teeth. You know what I'm saying? Now, on the other side of that coin is like, hey, if you got a, you know, I'm referring to prison, but even out here, how do you relate it to out here? If you got roommates, if you got a, you know, I call my girl and them Sallys, right? They bad Sallys because they dirty as fuck. I got to clean up after them. But like I say, that transition and those rules kind of help you set things up and let people know, like, hold up, cuz we're not dirty. We washing our ass. We cleaning our teeth and face, and you know, we doing those things. So mandatory wash your ass. Mandatory brush your teeth. Mandatory, we already said workout. We already said rec. So those are pretty much the mandatories, right? They're real simple. And then also, like, you know, I know one thing, like when niggas hit the yard fresh from to the yard, niggas approach them, hey, you know, what's up? Where you from? What's your paperwork looking like? Why you here? You know, get to know these motherfuckers you fucking with. You know what I'm saying? How you relate to it out here. Get to know these motherfuckers you fucking with. Just because the nigga chucking up W's, or just because the nigga from over here and this, that, and the other, doesn't mean he thinking the same. It doesn't mean he following the same rules and regs. It doesn't mean that his W's flying the same. You know what I'm saying? You know? As simple as that. There's a lot of people like looking in, on the outside looking in, like, damn, we don't want to do this, we don't, well then niggas step up, put that, you know what I'm saying, put that regiment back out there, let niggas know. You know what I'm saying? Hold up, okay, we don't do that. Yeah, you got a family feud, oh, I get it, but damn, we don't, you know, we're not doing that. Like, nigga, make it up. Damn. But I mean, you know, a lot of shit you can't, like, I'm not saying, hey, we can do a lot of things, you know, for a lot of people or to a lot of people. I'm not trying to, we want to make sure that we don't follow up the same bad behavior as the other brothers that, or other homies that, you know, stepped up and was trying to unify the neighborhood, unify the community. You know, we got, you know, we look at that and say, hey, this is not what, we're not going to do that like that. What we're going to do is we're going to have them conversations. We're going to talk to them people we need to talk to, but not only talk, we're not just going to be talking though, we're going to be doing. So I'll be the first one to say, hey, not only am I going to tell you this, what I'm telling y'all right now, I'm going to do it, right? All right. Be looking for me. Be looking for me, you know what I'm saying? And I can say that. You know why I can say that? Because, nigga, I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do it, nigga. Any one of y'all can holler at me. You'll see me. You can talk to me. And like I said, if a nigga think he's a killer and all of that, don't worry about that. We're not doing that. It's not that serious. We need to understand, like, we can't be killing each other, bro. Like, why are we killing each other? Think of it like this. In prison, we outnumber. Out here, we outnumbered in Arizona. Now, somewhere else, there might be a ton of black motherfuckers. But out here in Arizona, where niggas is mostly related, like, all, you know, y'all mostly related. This is why this shit happening, right? You mostly related. You emotional, nigga. Keep the emotions out of it, nigga. If you can't scrap, nigga, this your homie. Or this your family member. Like, if you can't scrap, nigga, go on, nigga. Don't want to take that L, nigga. Get a whooping. Don't kill, because now I ain't even got to tell y'all. I know y'all know how to do math. You know what I'm saying? A nigga, one take away 1, 2, 3, niggas. But anyway, so, okay, so the mandatories is that. And then, like I said, yeah, check a nigga paperwork, nigga. So how you relate that to out here, nigga? Like I said, check these niggas who you fucking with. Let them niggas know, well, I'm not doing that. I'm not fucking with it. You know, I don't do that. I'm not with that. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, a lot of that shit is over with. A lot of people saying that shit over with. Niggas ain't this and that, this and that. I'm going to tell you like this. On one hand, it's blood in, blood out. On the other hand, it's the community. You know, we lived here. We grew up here. It's people passed away here. Our family, our friend. This shit is way deeper than we can understand. Because 70 years ago is when this shit that I heard was told. 70 years ago is when this shit really, you know, came together. And not only did it come together, it was the mecca of black people in one area at one time. So we want to make sure that we uphold those ancestors and them homies and all our family members that have passed away. We want to make sure that we recognize them every year. You know, every day, you know, all that, you know what I'm saying? I had a mom pass away. I know a lot of everybody that done passed away recently. I done grew up with them, went to school with them and shit like that. So I know them and stuff like that. I'm a more spiritual person, so I'm not into funerals and shit like that because I don't believe in that. I don't believe in our transition. I don't believe that funeral thing. I don't believe in that system. You know what I mean? We'll talk about that. That's something else. That's a personal thing. I don't believe in a lot of European mechanisms and systems and stuff like that. You know, I don't believe that the black man or the black God, or black woman, or black woman, or black man, I don't believe we die like that. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's something that's created when we take in all that negativity, all that negative stuff, like, you know how they manipulating our minds and shit with wordplay and shit like that, right? Just like, for instance, I'm gonna give you an example. Just like gangs, right? What is a gang? A gang is multiple people hanging out, right? The same. What is an organization? Organization is the same thing. They may have a board or whatever, but it's the same thing, right? Just like biker gangs, right? It's considered something else. But for the black man, our gang is considered dangerous. Like, they just call us gangs, right? They gave us that name. That shit was created like, oh, these are gangs. No. It's, you know what I'm saying? So you change the words, you change the language, the system changed. You know what I'm saying? Your mind believe something else. You're more, you know what I mean? So think about that. If you change the angle you're looking at it, right? Look at this shit differently now. Look at this shit way differently. For those of us who matured, right? Looking back at the past like, oh shit. You can't look at the present and be like, oh shit, this shit is terrible. But then when we was coming up, it was the same thing. And you know what I'm saying? So if it's terrible now, it was terrible then. You know, so it's terrible across the board, and we need to look at that and say, hey, you know what? I definitely need to give back and stop the cycle. Do the best I can to stop the cycle. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got more family out here than me. Y'all more thicker than I am. But I tell you what, since y'all, you know, I ain't saying y'all scary. I was just fucking with y'all. You know, I was just trying to get y'all to rise up. Nobody's scared. I understand niggas just tired and dealing with certain things and just ain't, you know, don't want to deal with it. You know, it takes a lot of energy. If you allow it to take energy from yourself, you know, allow it to take energy from you, then it can drain you. So I get that, you know what I'm saying? I get all that, you know what I'm saying? But there's more work to be done here, and there's a lot of benefits that we can get from unifying, you know? So think about that, man. Shout out to Buckeye Boney. I think they had something called Unity. Unity, I think, for those of you who created the Unity thing with Buckeye Boney, hey, where y'all at? What y'all doing? For those of you who created the, you know, the other groups that was in the hood, what was the other one? City of Soldiers. Where y'all at? Where your music at? Let's pay homage to y'all. You know, you created a pathway for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's, you know, where are the dancers, the step dancers? You know what I'm saying? Where are all the people that danced and shit? Let's put that back up there. You know what I'm saying? Let's play all the niggas that know how to play hoop. Nigga, all the niggas that know how to barber. You know what I'm saying? The homies that drive trucks and fix on trucks. Can we get like a Saturday where we can teach or something? Like, you know, let's think in terms of always building and creating and putting it out there, other than saying, oh, you know what, I'm tired of that. This shit is crazy. Ooh dee wop, ooh dee wop. Like, well, you know, that helps us in some way. I'm sure it helps us in some way where people looking at this shit and just saying some shit. You know what I mean? And I'm not signaling nobody out. I'm just speaking my mind, man. Early this motherfucking Thursday, you know what I'm saying? Out here with the sun gleaming and sun God, you know what I'm saying? Thank you for the sun, God, you know what I'm saying? God, thank you for another day, blessing us, you know what I'm saying? Not be blessing, but blessing us, you know what I'm saying? With life and an opportunity to give back, an opportunity to build and create, the opportunity to shut that shit down, nigga. All that old whack ass negative talk, all that old put down talk, all that old scapegoat shit, all that old scary ass shit. Like, nigga, it's us out here, nigga. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a nigga can't give me, nigga can't give me the motherfucking torture, nigga, and talk about, nigga, no, nigga, we gonna take this motherfucker up, nigga, all the way, nigga, to the upper room. Yeah, you know, let me stop, man. Let me stop, man. But shout out to all the guys and goddesses out there, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to my girl, my fiance, you know what I'm saying? She not black. She's Spanish, right? You know what I mean? Beautiful soul, though, you know what I mean? And she know what it is, though, you know what I'm saying? So I respect all cultures, you know what I'm saying? I want to uplift mine, though, for sure. You know what I'm saying? So no disrespect to no other culture, no disrespect to my girl, my fiance. Love you, girl. Damn. What you didn't see there. But anyway, you know, but we want to make sure my people, my community out here in Arizona, the smallest little community we got, you know, we need to nigga, amplify this shit. We need to really voice this shit. There's so much things we can do when we look at it in a different angle. You know, when we look at what we have, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure that we have shit that we don't even know we got. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my nigga Play. You know what I'm saying? Play, you hearing this? You looking at this, baby? I can't wait to let's do some work out here, man. It's us out here, man. You know what I mean? The last little incident in the pocket area, I'm gonna say, man, I ain't like that, man. That was disappointing. It was a damn shame. Right there on the block too. You know what I'm saying? Like, if niggas ain't up there putting flowers and candles and shit like they did the other homies, then, you know, I don't know, man. That shit just didn't fly right with your boy, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm doing a lot of talking, man. That's why I'm not just talking, doing, nigga. You gonna, hey, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, and like I said, nigga, I'm at that point where, nigga, it's, you know, it's up. What they say like that. These niggas say there, that's what they say now. It's up there, it's stuck up there. All right, what is up there, nigga? What's happening? You know, but I come in peace, though, nigga. Nah, what nah? But nah, nigga, I'm on the front line with the youth, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I do it for the youth, nigga. I do it for my niggas I know. I do it for the niggas in the past that I know. You know, I didn't hang out with a lot of niggas, but I know a lot of niggas, and I think that, you know, all death, you know, especially early death, that's early, you know, like a nigga that you think like shouldn't even be dead, especially if, you know what I mean? Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, a nigga that dies too early before his parents, like, you know, but I don't know all the drama and shit. I'm not saying I know anything about anything. I don't. And I don't really care like that to be in your business, you know what I'm saying? But when I think about, like, you know, like I said, the benefits we can get from coming together and stopping that nonsense. Like we've been talking, like all black communities across the world, nigga, been doing the same, going through the same shit. This is nothing new. It's not ever gonna grow old. But what we need to do, like I said, we just have to do it. Like, we talk about it all the time, like, oh, these niggas need to stop this, oh, this nigga need to stop that, or nigga, you know, like, well, nigga, first of all, this your family, that's your little nephew, that's your cousin, that's your big cousin, that's your big uncle, that's your, you know what I mean? Like, you can't talk no sense to your people, your own fam. That means you ain't got no connection. You're not connected. You're not connected, one, with the God, because if you're connected with the God, God gives you that insight and that wisdom, right, to give to your people. You're going to feel it. Look at the sun beaming on me right now. The God that got me in the light right now. You know what I'm saying? And I don't believe, and I'm not saying I'm holier than thou. No, hell no, nigga. I am the cat, nigga. I do cat off, nigga. For real, though, you know? But I also know me to the point where I know I can't do nothing. I can't do a lot of shit, nigga. I bet not, nigga. You better not see me going back to the spot like, hey, let me get a little... You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. I did it. And I pulled out of that. You know what I'm saying? Alhamdulillah, all praise to the Most High God, who helps us to break those chains. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we love the month of Ramadan, to help us to learn about restraint. You know what I'm saying? Fasting in the month of Ramadan helps us to learn to restrain ourselves from lewdness, from, you know, promiscuous sex, from cussing, from smoking and drinking. Now, it's not as easy as it may seem, or how people talk about it. Like, you know, it's not easy, man. None of this shit is you know, perfect. It's not about, none of this shit is about being perfect. None of this shit is about, you know, being more than. You know, I'm an ordinary nigga for sure. You know what I'm saying? And not ordinary like I don't have, you know, the power and the capacity to be the greatest. And that's where I'm going, you know, to the greatness, right? And we all can go there. So, you know, because we all have the same capacity. We are all able to create and build, just like as we are able to destroy. But destroying is so easy. You know what I'm saying? Destroying is an easy thing. Can you build? Can you create? You do a lot of talking. I see you do a lot of talking. I heard about a little something you were saying. You know, niggas talk a lot of good shit. I heard you, you know what I'm saying? I feel you. I give you the benefit of the D's now. You know what I'm saying? I know I don't fell short. Many moons I done fell short. I ain't got no problem saying it, man. You see the sun on me? Yeah. Shout out to the yeah. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. I'm looking like in the sun, man. That sun on your boy, kissing my skin. Anyway, I digress. But yeah, man. So have a good day. I love you, brothers and sisters. You know what I mean? Let's do better. We can do better. You know, don't talk about it, be about it. It's your guy, man, from Buckeye, man.